think that the visual storytelling is really strong and really compelling. From the very first shot, that long shot, the excellent physical actors stranded in the middle of the desert, the short continues to subvert expectations and take twists and turns in 3 minutes. I mean, they covered a lot of ground in 3 minutes that I feel like a less skilled writer director wouldn't have been able to do. So well done. But that very first shot of the actor stranded on the side of the road, you immediately see him as a victim. And so then to get that shot, that beautiful shot of seeing the car coming off the horizon, you immediately feel relief. And then to immediately subvert that and see the woman in the back seat, you feel dread. And then that really great cut in the middle. So I think that the storytelling in general, the structure, was really, really very strong and definitely continued to surprise me. That cut when the woman wakes up and that excellent shot of seeing her come to, framed by you're not quite sure, you know that you're looking from the front seat, but you're not sure, is a real sense of like, okay, of suspense, a thriller, like what's happening next? Is she in the truck with the man? Uh, like, is she still captured? Like, what's next? And the immediate subversion of what are all of our expectations were, which is now that she's in charge. Um, she's the one with the knife, essentially. I really love the ending.
The setting was used well, and I liked how it looked a lot. Uh, this was a film that was silent, so there's no dialogue, and yet um, it's kind of cool to try and figure out what's happening here with the switching up of the situation where the woman in the back is bound, and in the end, it's the captor who's bound. And I liked how the audience is left to fill in the black space. So, we have a cut to black and then everything is switched. Much like our main female character is unconscious and she wakes up and everything is different. So the audience also has to fill in those gaps. So that was an interesting way to do that.
A man's car dies in a desert after beating and kidnapping a woman. He is visited by another resourceful man, and justice is done. I love the performances of all three characters. They were very understated and believable, especially the woman who comes to slowly. You can really feel her pain. The remote, dusty setting and old car worked perfectly for the story, and the makeup, props, and wardrobe were all really important to the narrative. Great pace and direction.
There's no dialogue in it, and you just you start off obviously in the middle of something with, there's a car stranded in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a desert, and then you kind of get all these like different little pieces with like the girl being tied up in the back and him hiding something in the glove box, and then the other car coming up, but it doesn't look like he's all that worried about him finding him with some girl tied up in the back. And then, like, obviously she wakes up and you get more of it. So I liked how it kind of unfolded and you had to kind of puzzle it out yourself. I thought that was really clever. I like it when filmmakers don't underestimate the, like, intelligence of the audience, where they don't just, like, give them the answers blindly. They, set up the pieces and then you figure it out.
Sort of centered on this mysterious figure who kind of, I guess, appears out of the desert and manufactures a real reversal of fortune for this young woman who's initially, in bondage at the outset, and then, placing her captor in bondage by the end. For me right now, I really like the setup, and I like what's going on. I think you have the start of a really interesting situation, and it's one that I'd be really curious to see play out further.